Hey team, welcome to Barefoot Bootcamp Volume 3, program number 1. Super excited to bring you this class. This series is going to focus on kettlebell flow and also the flow state. So for this particular class, you're only going to need a kettlebell that will enable you to do athletic flowing style type movement. So for me, that's a 12 kilogram. Typically I warm up with like a 16K. I'll even work out with a 16K. So my 12K is going to be my go-to for this particular class. For you, it might be a 10K or an 8K. I have a sports style kettlebell, which is the competition style, and then I have a hard style kettlebell, which is cast iron. For this class, I'm going to prefer this one. However, when it comes to the flow, I'll demonstrate both so that you can see you can do it with both. Last but not least, you're going to need one dumbbell for this class. I have a 20, so anything that's medium weight for you could be a 15, could be a 10. And we are going to get started. For you, I want you to think about how to get yourself into the flow state, and this is simply about thinking of premise. The premise being, if there's a task and your skill set, you want your task just to kind of exceed your skill set, so you have to stretch and expand your skill set, which will put you into this novel state of flow where you're going to feel like you're connected to what you're doing plus yourself. So it has that nice little feedback. And last but not least, even if you are an advanced kettlebell practitioner, I guarantee some of these moves are going to be novel enough to kind of trigger that for you. So let's have a good time. We're going to get started with the mobility flow. We're going to do each little sequence 4 times. The first 3 are going to be kind of fluid. The last one is going to be a little more slow. You're going to start off in tabletop position, knees underneath your hips, hands underneath the shoulders. We're going to start with the left hip this time because I kind of want you to see it. Left leg is going to pick up. You're going to do an outside circle. Draw it. A big circle like so. So I'm opening up the hip. Just like that. And we're going to do one more slow. We're going to make sure that we're taking it from the top of this movement. So open it up all the way through. Just like so. And then we're going to switch right to the other side. So my right foot, right knee, right leg, you're going to open up like a fire hydrant. That's 1. Kind of fluid, just making circle. That's 2. This is 3. Notice I'm keeping my chest and my rib cage relatively still. Last 1, open, up, back, bring it in. We're going to go right to the other side. This time I'm going to drop down, so I'll break this down as we go along. You're going to open, hip, let the leg get heavy, and notice I'm going to keep my back knee or my bottom knee bent. I'm just going to drop down. Right leg is going to extend straight out, and I'm just going to press my hips up. So not even too high, just kind of pumping the hip. Bend the knee again, and then let your shoulders rotate, bringing you back to tabletop position, and then repeat that again. So you go, knee draws in, draw a big circle. And if you are familiar with our classes, you know we kind of piece things together so that you're going to have an aha moment. Press the hip up, and you'll notice that the sequences in the beginning are very similar to the sequences we're going to do later on, but a little more complex. Coming back over, knee open, let it get heavy. Place the foot down, just rolling onto your outer thigh. Right leg will go straight. Press the hip up, drop it down, bend the knee, and I'm just coming back over to tabletop position. Last time through, just a little bit slower, so open. Send the heel up towards the ceiling. Key point, I'm letting the leg open up like a little baby scorpion, and I'm going to drop. Right leg is going to extend, right leg can stay tight. I'm going to press the hips straight up, keeping 2 shoulders in one line. Core is engaged, spine is nice and long. Drop it down, fold it, bring it back over, and we're going to go right to the other side. Right leg, so you know what it looks like. It's going to go clockwise. So open up, let it drop, extend the left leg straight out, and then press the hip up. And then lower down, bend the left knee, fold it, and then just come back over to tabletop position. I actually really like this warm up right here because getting the hips is going to kind of frame the movement pattern that we're going to do, which is always a good time. You want to make sure your classes make sense. Come back over. Third time's a charm, as they say. Open, let the leg get heavy, drop it like it's kind of hot, and then press the hip up. I get all my cueing from Snoop Dogg and Eminem. So drop on over. This is the last one. Going a little bit slower, so open, feel that fire hydrant, send the heel to the ceiling, engage the glute, open up the hip. This is going to let the leg get heavy, and then you just glide down. Extend the left leg straight, right foot is flat, left hand's already into place. I'm just going to press the hips up. Two shoulders are in one line. I'll drop back down, fold it, come back over the center, like so, and we're just going to give a little bit of a spinal action. So open the chest, scoop, curl, send the low back to the ceiling. Two more, open, close. Always got to get the spine and the hips. Anytime you work out, it's always a good go-to. Last one, so you're gonna arch, open up the chest, exhale, scoop. And then we're gonna go right into downward dog. So downward facing dog, pedal the knees out for a second. This time we're gonna start with the right leg. A little sequence is gonna get you going for what we're gonna be doing. Three-legged dog, step the foot between the hands, coming into a long lunge or a runner's lunge, if you will. Here's the key. Back leg's gonna sneak in. Knee is gonna go right in line with your right big toe. Look forward, stand up. Get the back butt tight, heel lifted, drop straight down. You can plant the hands, walk it back. Straighten the right leg out. Notice you're in a pistol squat type situation. Fold the left leg out, let it drop, and then this time you're gonna circle sweep your arm up and around, opening up the side body, coming back through. Gonna reach. You can use your hands if you need to, transferring the weight. Step back into low lunge, right into three-legged dog. So three-legged dog means your hip is gonna stay pointing towards the mat, step between the hands. Long lunge, sneak the back leg in. Check this out, hunter squat. The knee is in line with the toe. This is like you're at the supermarket and you're getting your hunt on for a vegan hot pocket, if they have such a thing. Drop it down. Hands, I'm just gonna walk it straight back. Coming into like a pistol squat prep, let the leg fold open, plant the left hand in line with the left hip, reach up and over. Good. Now maybe this time, no hands, right? So I'm gonna send my weight forward, woo, reaching. There we go. And then send the leg straight back, three-legged dog. So squeeze the leg, step foot between the hands, coming into that aforementioned runner's lunge, and then the back foot is gonna sneak in, allowing you to line up the knee with the toe. This is your hunter squat, very important, core tight, chin level, shoulders down, stand straight up. Right foot is planted, back heel lifted, drop down. Maybe no hands, coming into your pistol squat action. So I just send my bum back, which is French. And by French, I mean English for butt. You're gonna reach up and over, open up. Reaching forward again. Transferring the weight, stepping back. Ooh, three-legged dog. Last one, so here we go. So right leg is straight. A little bit slower. Now here's a key or a trick, if you will. If you can't make it between your leg, you can grab your calf and then send it forward, like so. So now you're in your runner's lunge, knee stacked over ankle, back heel lifted, back leg sneaks in. Hunter squat, knee in line with the toe, look forward, stand up, feel, press your four corners of your right foot into the mat, find your balance, chin level, spine tall, all things are gravy, send it back. I'm just gonna drop my hips to the floor. You can use your hands if you need to. Straighten out the right leg, fold it. Right arm's gonna circle sweep, left hand is planted, hips press straight up, full hip extension, option to blade the hand or open up, drop down, make that circle, but in the reverse, come back through. You can use a little momentum if you don't wanna use hands. Send it forward, send it back, downward dog. We're gonna go right to the left side, left leg up, three-legged dog, step, runners, low lunge, and then the back knees is where you're gonna sneak into your hunter squat. Shin and spine, same angle, stand straight up. Drop down, using the hands, maybe on the first round, walk it back. Left leg will naturally straighten out, and then you're gonna fold the right knee down, left arm's gonna circle sweep up and over, maybe blade of the hand, come back through, First one, I can use the hands, so I can just place my hands on the mat, crawling forward, like so. Back into that low lunge, kick back into the three-legged dog. 2 more times. So low lunge, this back leg's gonna sneak in, coming into the hunter squat. This is the position you would hit if you were actually hunting back in the day. But now we use it if we just drop our iPhone. We'll hit this squat position, grab our stuff, and go on with our day. Left leg goes straight, fold it, circle sweep it. Pressing palm into the mat, so the bottom palm is pressing firmly into the mat, reaching forward, transferring, coming into the low lunge, three-legged dog. 3rd time through, a little bit quicker. So low lunge, hunter squat, stand straight up, back heel lifted, butt is tight, drop straight down. There's always a tight butt somewhere here at Vibe Hillcamp Fitness. It's all tight booties. And then reach straight up, come through. Maybe this time you won't use your hands. So you can rock back a little bit, create that momentum, and then send everything forward. Step back into that long lunge. Last time through, some key points. This hip is pointing down. My hips are back. I'm active in the shoulders, stepping through. And again, if you can't make it, maybe you go halfway, grab your calf, send it forward, knee stacked over ankle, back heel lifted, right hip press forward. Q galore. Sneak the back leg in. Hunter squat, stand straight up. Ooh, find your balance. Lower down, still staying high on the back ball of the foot. Maybe no hands, I'm gonna send the hips back, right? So my heel will touch, my bum will touch, left leg will straighten out. Plant the right hand, notice it's in line with the hip. That's key. And then circle up and down. Option to go blade, 2 shoulders in 1 line, or open your heart to the ceiling. Pressing both hips up at an angle. Your shin acts like a platform, roll through. Maybe a little bit of momentum if you need it. If you don't, then you're a little bit of a better mover than I am. Coming through is gonna do 1 upward facing dog or plank position. Maybe if you're a little bit tight, you can stop here. Otherwise, we got 2 more. Then we're gonna grab the dumbbell and do a bit of a buy-in. 1 more. When I do this, when I'm trying to separate the mat with my toes. Last bit, articulation, look, going from flexion into maximum extension. My mouth was just all over that microphone. Looking forward, separate it, rotate your biceps out, squeeze, and then push back. Downward dog. Grab your medium to heavy dumbbell. This is gonna be not only your kind of preparatory flow for the drills you're gonna be doing with the kettlebell, but it can also function as a regression. So if you ever get tired, just come back to your dumbbell. I want you to take a crush grip type scenario. So crush your dumbbell, hands outside. I will mirror you on this one. I'll let you know when I'm mirroring you and not mirroring you. What you're gonna do is swing the dumbbell outside your left thigh, step to the back of the mat with the left foot, and drop into a hunter squat. We're gonna go for 30 seconds. It's not gonna be too fast nor too slow. So swing, step to the back of the mat. Notice I'm gonna drop into my hunter squat. Toe in line with the knee, and then again, swing, step. Woo. It's gonna wanna pull you off balance, don't let it. So swing, step. Notice I have to step, let the bell swing, and then let it carry me to the back of the mat, dropping straight down. You're stepping with your left foot, swinging outside the left thigh. Left foot's gonna step, and then drop it down. Getting ready for 3, 2, 1, and done. Then you're gonna face forward. You can grab either right hand wrapped around or left hand wrapped around, and then you take this type of grip, a swinging wood chop. You're gonna start outside your left thigh, come up at an angle, use your hip, look straight, dominate, and then come through. Just 30 seconds. So feel this, engage in your core, super good for the fascia, make it smooth. Kind of feels like a sword slash, right? So slashing the sword. For all my comic book nerds out there, I'm right there with you. You got about 15 seconds. Goes outside the hip, and I kind of throw it with the hip. Now, if you want a little bit more, you can get a little bit higher.